The next area we're going to discuss is called preparation for your deposition. What a deposition is, basically, you are under oath and you have to swear to tell the truth and the whole truth, nothing but the truth. What happens is the attorney has a chance to ask you questions regarding the position of your case, whether it's in regard to time sharing. They can ask you what you're offering as far as time sharing, whether you're going to offer an equal time sharing, you're asking for the majority of the time sharing, or some type of other time sharing schedule. They can ask you about your financials, what your income is, how much do you earn, do you have bonuses, are there any type of perks or benefits that you receive as part of your employment, or do you have income that you're not reporting, do you have offshore accounts, are there accounts that are missing, things of that nature. They can ask you about equitable distribution, which is the division of the assets and liabilities, which assets you want to retain, which liabilities do you want to retain, which assets you want your spouse to retain or liabilities. They can ask you about alimony. For instance, how much alimony are you asking for and for how long? Or if you can't pay alimony, why can't you pay it and the reasons that are associated with that. They can ask you about child support, how long you've been receiving child support and for how long you want child support to continue. They can ask you about attorney's fees. How much have you paid your attorney? How much are you going to pay your attorney and from what source? So when we talk about depositions, you have to be really prepared because the answers that you provide at a deposition can be used against you at a final hearing or some type of other evidentiary hearing in your case. As we discussed, as far as the 6113 and 6108 analysis, we use this to prepare for the other side's deposition. However, if you do a 6113 analysis of the case and yourself, that will prepare you in regard to the child custody factors and tell you which areas you're strong in and which areas you're weak in. So when we prepare for the deposition, you know which areas you can really shine in and provide a good example to the opposing party or the opposing party's attorney. For instance, there's a section under 6113F dealing with the moral fitness of the parties. And if you know, for instance, that your spouse has committed adultery, or that they've been doing things that are not appropriate in front of the minor children, you can use that to your advantage and provide examples. There's also another section dealing with mental and physical health of the parents. That's G under 6113. If you know that the other side has some type of physical disability or emotional issue, you can provide that to the other side and use that to your advantage. Conversely, if there's a situation where you have some type of either physical or emotional condition, you're going to have to be able to disclose that to the other side and understand why that may hurt you. So when you do a 6113 analysis on yourself as well as the other side, it helps you to prepare for your deposition. In regard to the 6108 analysis, which is dealing with the alimony factors, this also will help you prepare for your deposition. You'll be able to tell the other side what the standard of living is during the marriage, the duration of the marriage, the age and physical and emotional well-being of the parents. For instance, if you're someone who is later in age and you're in your 50s and 60s and you plan on retiring, well, you're not going to be in a situation where you're going to have the ability to pay alimony for the rest of your life. At some point in time, you will be retiring. And if you have some type of emotional or physical condition that you can't work, and you've been declared disabled, or you have VA benefits that you're receiving, you may want to tell the other side what's going on with that so they don't pursue alimony against you, or if you're in the need of alimony from the other side. So when you do the 6113 and the 6108 analysis, it helps you prepare for the deposition. It also helps your attorney prepare for questions to ask the other side. Now, part of the preparation for a deposition will require you probably to come into our office, and what we do is called a mock cross-examination. And what that means is, I prepare you for questions that you're going to be asked by the other side. I act like I'm the opposing party attorney. And what I'll do is I'll ask you very, very pointed questions and try to gauge your answers in order to determine whether you're a good witness or you're a bad witness. And if you're really not skilled in this area and you don't feel comfortable testifying, I will tell you on things that you can do to better you as far as deposition preparation and give you some insight on what things to say and what not to say. So it's important that you also do a mock cross-examination with your attorney in order to prepare you for someone who's going to really ask you some pointed questions during a deposition format.